Welcome to a special presentation of Chris 6 News. This is Thomas J. Henry's Game Night South Texas, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Game Night South Texas. We're live at Orange Grove tonight, where had a matchup of two teams who are looking for their first win. The Orange Grove hosting Beeville tonight. Alan Harwell with Larissa Liska, and it's good to be back with you for another year of Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. And here we are in Orange Grove tonight.
Alan, we missed you last week, but we know you were with one of your other favorite teams, the Texas A&M Kings of El Javelinas. But we're excited to be out here today. You know, my running joke this week has been it's the Orange Bowl. Which team wore it better? Because both of these teams are orange. The Beeville Trojans are wearing white jerseys today, and the Orange Grove Bulldogs are sporting all black. Now, you look, they're the captains for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. And I got to point out number 2. That's their starting quarterback, Logan Rodriguez. And leading up to this season, he was one of our Chris Super 6 showcase quarterbacks. We featured 6 seniors in the Coastal Bend, so keep an eye on his performance tonight.
All right, again, this battle of two teams still looking for their first win of the season. Last week, the Trojans lost. Actually, I mean, they played a really good team. Of course, the Sinton Pirates, they lost 48-8. And then the Bulldogs, well, they lost also last week to a very good Rockport Fulton team, 42-38. Somebody's going to pick up their first win tonight, and let's see who gets it done. All right, so you see as you mentioned, Larissa, the captains are in the middle of the field. We're going to see who's going to win the coin toss. And you see Ron Hammy in the picture there also on your right-hand side, or actually the left-hand side. We're on the opposite side tonight of where our cameras are, so we might be a little...
Oh, we apologize in advance.
Well, it's us. We have to remember that we're on the opposite side. So anyway, you see Ron Hammy on the right-hand side of your screen there. He'll be getting some highlights for you for Chris 6 News tonight at 10 o'clock. So Orange Grove will get the opening kickoff, and they'll get a chance to get their offense on the field first and see what they can do tonight. And
two of the guys I got to point out as well in Orange Grove, number 3 and number 4, if you haven't seen it, those are 2 twins on the Orange Grove Bulldogs squad.
That's right.
And they have such a fun story, but what's great is one of them's quick, skinny, elusive. The other one's a big, powerful back. He also plays on defense. So 2 different personalities, but 2 twins, and they definitely love spending this time. I believe it's their senior year on the Orange Grove roster.
Well, I just can't believe it's already high school football season. It's unbelievable. All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. You're watching Game Night South Texas. We're live from Orange Grove, back with the opening kickoff right after this quick timeout. All right, welcome back. Game Night South Texas. We're live from Orange Grove. The Beeville Trojans will kick off first. That's number 8, Jaden Gonzalez. Will kick it off for the Trojans. And we are underway on a hot, steamy night. And here come the Orange Grove Bulldogs. Nice return here around the right side. It'll be shoved out of bounds. in around the 40-yard line. I believe that's Hughes Klatt.
And he's just a sophomore or a freshman on this roster. The Orange Grove team, I did hear from their superintendent, Eddie Hesseltine. He said they do have a freshman that's really stepped up, and it has to be number 10 there, Hughes Klatt. He plays on offense, and he's a key factor on this team, so keep an eye on him tonight, looking out for Logan Rodriguez to get him the ball.
All right, now I said he went out on the right-hand side. It was really the left side, because, again, we're on the opposite side of where the cameras are, so I have to remember that tonight. All right, here we go. Orange Grove Bulldogs, 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. And we got a penalty flag right out of the gate. And we had some movement on both sides of the lines. Let's see who actually got called here. And it looks like it's going to go against the Bulldogs. So we're going to walk off 5 yards. So just like that, it will now be 1st and 15 now.
I believe that one was on. It was either on 71 or 78, which would be Jace Brand or Steven Villatoro. So hopefully they can get that fixed because they've got a long 1st down.
So Logan Rodriguez, he's a senior. He's your quarterback tonight for the Bulldogs. He 3 for 281 yards and 2 touchdowns last week in that tough loss to the Rockport Fulton Pirates. There he is. He's in the shotgun. And he'll take it himself. Got a little bit of running room. He'll get 5, so it'll now be 2nd down and 10.
And I think it's also to point out in this game what makes it very unique is both of these teams have new head coaches. In fact, we had 10 new head coaches in the Coastal Bend this year. But over on the Orange Grove side, it is Coach Johnston. And what's great about Jared Johnson is he's actually a 1991 Orange Grove alum. So he was at 6A. He was in the Schertz-Clemens team in San Antonio, and he said, I want to retire at my alma mater.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. And once again, Rodriguez, another flag, and they moved again. Let's see who's going to get the call this time. 2nd flag and first 3 plays from scrimmage. And they're going to talk about it here. Looks like it's going to go against the Bulldogs, or is it not? I think this one may actually be against, well, I don't know. Let's see. A lot of finger pointing. You don't know until they actually move the football, and it is against the Bulldogs. So they are going the wrong direction.
They are, and you know it's an early game, and I think that's what they said last week. They said last week it was a slow start. And if you remember, this game was our game of the week last year, and they said the same thing. It was a slow start. So that's something they're going to want to try to work on, if not in this drive from here on out, that next drive.
All right, 2nd and 15 now for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers left, one at the top of your screen. And Rodriguez will hand it off, and this should be Diego Garza. And Diego, the senior, picks up a couple of yards, so it's now going to be 3rd and long. Maybe we'll see the passing game on the next play.
Diego of the 2 brothers, again, is that running back that's very elusive. You know, catch him on the outside. If he breaks through a gap, he can take off. And if you see number 4 back there, remember, that's their power back. Again, like you said, we're expecting a throw because they need so many yards. But if they get closer to that marker, they might be putting in Dom Garza.
Well, the Bulldogs have 4 really good receivers: Brady James, Greg Carrillo, Diego Serna, and Lyndon Rodriguez.
And Lyndon is the quarterback, or the brother to the quarterback, Logan Rodriguez.
So you think it might favor him a little bit, you're saying? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm saying.
In Morse code here. But you know what? They're going to go to the run game, and that's the quarterback who's going to keep it. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more.
And that one's sponsored by Precision Air, 1st down.
All right.
We do unfortunately have an injury, though. A Beeville Trojan is down.
You hate to see that early in a ball game.
Oh, and it's a big name, too. That's Ray Espinoza, their tight end defensive lineman. Here's a shot of the quarterback, Logan Rodriguez, catching a breather. He's a dual threat quarterback, and that's what he does so well for the Bulldogs. So you will be seeing a lot of him tonight.
Okay, we're going to take a quick timeout, Larissa. During this injury timeout, you're watching Game Night South Texas. We're just underway in Orange Grove. No score. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're live from Orange Grove, Game Night South Texas. And once again, it's Logan Rodriguez running the football and running with authority down the sideline. And he is touchdown.
That's a 48-yard touchdown for Logan Rodriguez. Man, that drive, he carried it on his legs. And that touchdown is sponsored by Aztec Auto Group of Beeville.
Well, you're right. He carried the team on his shoulders on that particular drive. He had just picked up a great first down. Then he comes right back with that 47-yard touchdown. And Bulldogs will now attempt the extra point. And it's number 17. Anders Schmidt is in.
Good to see for Orange Grove, especially with the penalties that were adding up early. I wasn't sure if they were, like you said, going the wrong way, if they were going to change direction, and they did just that.
Good snap, kick is up, and it is good. So the Bulldogs score in less than 2 minutes right here in the first quarter. So with 10:31 to play here in the first period, it's already Orange Grove 7, and Beeville is about to get the ball for the first time tonight.
And speaking of Beeville, they're another team with a new head coach. That's Dave Holmgreen. If you recognize that name, I did a story with him last year. He was with the Gregory Portland powerlifting team last year. So he likes working with the linemen. He's a big, powerful coach, and I know that's what Beeville's a big, powerful team. So I'm expecting to see them run the ball. I know this year he said they're a little bit more balanced. I believe it's a new quarterback the Beeville Trojans have. So I'm excited to see what they've got.
We're going to take a look at the replay now. Let's go back and let's analyze this great run here.
Replay sponsored by Miracle Method.
Logan Rodriguez. Yes, Miracle Method back with us again this year, and there was no doubt that it was his play all the way. And look at him just avoid would-be tacklers. I don't think he was touched.
He was not, and that's why I have to give a shout out. James Bond, number 52, was one of the linemen that got up in advance and got a good block. I mean, that whole lineman opened up the gap for Logan Rodriguez. So
Logan takes the early lead in the player of the game, right?
He does,
early lead.
Oh, and there's something new this year I got to let you know.
Okay.
Thanks to King Ranch Ag and Turf, we are going to be keeping an eye on a big hit of the game.
Yes, I was informed about that, and I think we'll do that in the fourth quarter.
Yes, in the fourth quarter. Because, you know, unfortunately, if you made your big hit after the fourth, I tell you should have done it sooner.
you got to get out there and make your name known early, right?
Exactly. But great play by Logan Rodriguez. Again, one of the reasons why he was one of my Super 6 showcase quarterbacks. And of the other quarterbacks, Trevor Long, you know, he likes to throw the ball a lot, but he can run as well. Another dual threat quarterback in that mix was Refugio's Keelan Brown, and he will be in our game of the week tomorrow against the London Pirates.
All right, again, it took them only 1:29 to score. Now will be Beeville's turn. It's a short kick and not a whole lot of running room, and they'll start around their own 40-yard line as well. So the Beeville Trojans will come onto the field for the first time tonight. And they're led by their senior quarterback, number 6, Bo Austin. Is that the way you pronounce his name? Austin, I believe?
I believe so. That's what I remember hearing from practice. And, yes, he is a new quarterback for the Mighty Trojans varsity team this year. But very unique spelling, if you heard us ask. His last name, Austin, is A-U-Z-T-A-N.
Yes.
I believe that's
so,
O-N.
So, Austin. All right. He'll come out, and he'll have number 7, the running back in the backfield, Damian Vasquez, who's a junior.
And David Pettis returns number 2, so keep an eye on him on both sides.
Actually, I have number 34 is actually in there right now for the Trojans.
Ryan Espinoza, another one of their strong running backs.
And Ryan, not a whole lot of running room there. Nice defensive play there by the Bulldogs.
I caught up with offensive lineman. He's actually the center, number 77, Peyton Torres, earlier in the week. And, you know, they're really excited about this matchup. He said it's a great test leading up to district play. And speaking of district play, Orange Grove has to get ready quick because their district starts, I believe, in 2 or 3 weeks with Edna.
All right, second down and 8 now for the Trojans. Back to pass, pretty good rush, downfield. Oh, boy, really nice play there by number 10.
That's that freshman, Hughes Klatt from Orange Grove.
So he was the one that returned the opening kickoff, and now he makes a really good defensive play in the secondary. And that'll force third down and 8. You see the score, you see the clock on your screen, 9 minutes and 47 seconds to play here early.
You know, this is one of the few fields I have to comment that have a grass field. George West does, Alice still does, and it's probably different playing on it, but I love seeing it.
All right, Trojans looking to throw the ball down the right, and it's incomplete.
We
left
do have
side.
some laundry on the field on the 40-yard line. And it will be against the Beeville Trojans.
They're going to not accept the penalty, so that'll now be 4th down. And they will be forced to punt, so the Trojans unable to get a first down on their opening drive. So a good start for the Orange Grove defense as well.
Later in the game, if you see the Orange Grove sideline, you'll see some yellow pom-poms. That is for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And before the game, they celebrated a few children that have
All right, Tyler Lang, it's a fake
play.
punt. He's going to try to get a first down the hard way. And he is, I believe, going to come up a little bit short.
Not going to lie, that surprised me. But you know what? You got to start throwing in those trick plays early.
So Orange Grove will get the ball back in excellent field position.
42-yard line, great start. And you know, it took less than that for, I believe it took less than that for Logan to get a touchdown.
That's
early.
right. Took a minute 29. Week 2 of the 2024 high school football season.
One of 9 games on our Game Night South Texas schedule this year.
All right, the Bulldogs again will start from the Beeville 42-yard line. They'll go, well, it's our man. Oh, it's a fake. He'll throw it out left side, catch down the sidelines, and another good pickup. And this time, that was number 13 who hauled in the pass. It's Diego Cerna, one of 4 receivers that will see a lot of action tonight.
And that's a precision air first down. You know, talking about Logan, I thought he was going to keep it on that one. So, you know, great fake on us there. And I think, they had to get the defense to bite on that first drive. And now they're really testing out. They got more options.
All right, 1st and 10 now. 9:07 to play here in the first period. They're on the 22-yard line. And once again, this is Logan Rodriguez. He will keep it on the ground. He'll pick up a nice chunk of yardage. So it'll be 2nd down now. I'm trying not to look at the television screen because, again, they're going the opposite direction of what I'm seeing on the field. People at home don't realize that can throw you off a little bit.
It's playing a mind game, that's for sure.
They need 1 yard for a first down. And again, Rodriguez in the shotgun. And he will hand it off to Garza. Garza, no room to run. That's a
swarm of Trojans, and I believe the main man that was on that tackle was 55, Kayatana Vidari.
All right, so it'll now be 3rd down. I imagine that the Bulldogs are in 4-down territory. So it'll now be 3rd and 1.
That played 2 drives before, worked out really well. Logan looking like he's going to roll on the outside and just getting that flick of the wrist out there. But then again, we might see him try to go for his brother Lyndon.
Well, you never know. You can keep it in the family, right?
It looks like there was offsides on the defense. Laundry's on the field, and Logan took advantage.
Yeah, and Rodriguez is going to find pay dirt again. That is another Orange Grove touchdown. 13-0 now, Bulldogs here in the first period.
I believe that was a 22-yard scamper. And that is an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown.
Once again, Anders Schmidt in now to try the extra point. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns early going for the home team tonight. And the kick is up, and it is not going to get there. And they're actually going to try to run this one back. Looked like we had some movement, Larissa, but I don't think we had a flag called.
I don't see any flag, no laundry on that one.
All right, so with 7:36 to play here in the first period, you're watching Game Night South Texas. Orange Grove leads 13-0, back with the kickoff right after this. All right, welcome back. Game night South Texas. We're live in Orange Grove where the home team, see it on your screen, they're up 13-0. They just scored. Larissa, tell us about that touchdown play.
Well, let's see if we can get that miracle method replay on the board because it's the name you've been hearing all night long. It is Logan Rodriguez.
All right, we'll show the replay after the kickoff then.
They're making us wait on it.
They didn't hear you.
Suspense for you.
Okay, all right. And the kickoff is taken at the 20, 25, 30. And the Trojans will get it out to about the 32-yard line. Nice tackle there. That's number 5. And his name is Daniel Bond. All right, let's take a look at that replay if we can. We got it?
Here's the miracle method replay we are waiting for. And here, keep an eye on number 2, Logan Rodriguez. His second touchdown of the night. This one from 22 yards out. The O-line doing another great job of opening the gap. Same for the receivers. And diving just in time for that Bulldog touchdown.
So they would miss the extra point. And they're up now 13-0. 7:28 to play here in the first period.
And thank you again to Thomas J. Henry for making this all possible and helping us out with Game Night South Texas and, of course, the Friday Night Fever tomorrow night.
They've been doing this for over a decade now. And Beeville with a pretty good run there and about 7 or 8 yard pickup there. And again, that is
Ryan Espinoza.
Ryan Espinoza.
He's going to be the big man carrying the ball, it seems like, so far tonight. And that's a good start to their drive. About 5 yards from the first down marker.
It'll be second down now. There's a good shot of quarterback Bo Austin. And he'll hand it off again this time.
He's not going down.
To Vasquez. A swarm of Bulldogs bring him down. Going to be short of a first down.
I do have to say thank you to both teams. I know they're supposed to wear different colors, but both being orange, I'm glad they went with white and orange and all black. That's very helpful.
Makes it a little bit easier for the announcers. 3rd and about 1.5 yards.
This is the Espinoza show.
And he's right up the gut. And he'll get a first down.
We've got a turnover.
We do. Well, we got a fumble. Let's see if it is a turnover or not.
And if it is, that's an Ewald Kubota turnover.
Well, the team with the black jerseys.
And that's number 12, Lyndon Rodriguez, with the fumble recovery. Ewald Kubota again, our turnover sponsor.
Well, everything is going Orange Grove's way early in the game. They scored 2 touchdowns. Now they forced a turnover.
You know, Espinoza was doing so good on that drive, and he worked hard to stay on his feet. Let's see if we can watch that again.
Yeah, let's look at the replay. And you saw it actually before I saw the ball pop out. Somebody may have just knocked the ball loose.
They did. You know, he did a good job of holding it high to his chest, but you know, when you're trying to stay on your feet like that and you're swarmed by a herd of Bulldogs, it's about to pop. There it goes. It was 12. It was actually Lyndon who ripped it out, and he kept it and ran with it.
Let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage of the turnover. And they're going to keep it on the ground. That's a nice run up the middle. That's Diego Garza. Diego had a really good game last week. He scored 3 touchdowns.
And that's the thing. Again, they lost to Rockport Fulton, but the Bulldogs were off to a slow start, and then I heard they battled back really strong. And then Rockport was just able to get the edge. That's another program with the new head coach, Eric Souza, who came over from Beeville. His dad, Chris Souza, who was the previous head coach for, ironically, the Beeville Trojans.
Back up to the line of scrimmage come the Bulldogs. They've been able to move the ball at ease so far tonight. And once again, it's Rodriguez who's going to take off. Not a whole lot there. He might get 2 or 3 on the play.
I like the versatility. We haven't seen them throw the ball far yet. That's one thing I'm looking forward to seeing. I know when he was in our Chris Super 6 showcase, he did a good job with the deep ball challenge. But what he's really good at is just staying calm in the pocket.
Well, it's 3rd down. 3rd down. I know it says 2nd down on your screen, but it's 3rd down. And he is going to need about 1 yard. About a little over 1 yard if he wants to pick up a first down. And let's see if the quarterback calls his own number. Nope. And we got, well, it looked like we had an exchange issue there. But fortunately for the Bulldogs, Rodriguez was able to get the ball back. Can we look at that play again? I'm convinced there was a...
I think he handed it off to Diego and it popped out.
Can we look at that play again? We got time? I'm convinced that ball came loose and he was able to grab it back. We have time? Yeah. We have time to show it? All right.
Miracle Method bringing a replay. Let's get a quick look at that real quick.
I am convinced that ball came loose just a tad.
Yep, it bounces off his foot.
Right back to him. Unbelievable.
That was a great kick of the foot there. Put him in soccer.
This is a big play, and it's a great play there on defense by number 41.
I believe 44, right?
Was it 44? Okay.
Seth Gutierrez. Can I tell you something really cool
about
it was Seth Gutierrez? He actually, I followed him on Instagram. I like to, get to know our community. That's why I love what I do. And one thing I learned about Seth Gutierrez on Instagram is he is actually a model / actor. Like, I don't know if you know about those Takis chips. He's actually in a Takis ad.
Nationally or locally?
I believe it was nationally. I want to see one of his movies. He's definitely a feature story I want to do, but Seth Gutierrez, a man of many talents.
Well, that was 4th down for Orange Grove, so they'll turn the ball over. So the defense for Beeville comes up big, and here we go. 1st and 10 for them.
And that's Espinoza again. I'm glad they trusted him with the ball. It popped out, but it was unfortunate circumstances. So good drive there for Ryan Espinoza.
Well, there was no room to run for that young man right there, so it's now going to be 2nd and long. Beeville trying to get something going here. 4 minutes left here in the first period. You see the score on your screen, down 13-0.
Both teams not finding too much success throwing the ball just yet. But, as the heat wears down, the guys get tired, someone's going to make a mistake and someone's going to capitalize.
2nd down and 8. Austin is going to roll left. He'll throw it down the field and almost picked off.
The Orange Grove Bulldog in the vicinity was Greg Carrillo, but I don't know if you saw on the line, but Lyndon Rodriguez blew through the gap, and whichever Trojan tied him up. What a great block there, because their quarterback would have been hit hard. So great job by the linemen, keeping an eye on the Bulldogs' movements. And even though it wasn't for a 1st down, what a great play to save a huge sack.
That'll stop the clock, 3:35 to play. 3rd down and 8 now. Trojans trying to keep this drive alive, trying to find the pay dirt for the first time tonight. And they'll go on the ground. Again, that is Espinosa, and he is going to be well short.
He's doing a great job of shedding some tackles, but that was, I believe they had about, 8 yards to go. Just a little bit too much. Ball was on their own 42-yard line. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, they're going to go for it here. They are, and they don't need a whole lot. They're going to need maybe about 2.5 yards.
They've got their big guys in there. They've got Ryan Espinoza, Seth Gutierrez, number 44 in there, and I believe that is a number 88 back there, and that's Malachi Brooks. So they're big guys back there. They're going to run the ball if they're going to do that play.
All right, we're going to have a timeout called on the play. It's going to, Orange Grove is going to call timeout. And we're going to keep it right here. And you see that there's 2:58 to play. Any other games tonight, by the way?
Actually, a game that I'm really excited about, and you'll be excited when you hear it. It is the Carroll Tigers against the Veterans Memorial Eagles. Veterans Memorial coming off a loss. Carroll, I was actually at that game when they were hosting Alice. They actually had a lead last week. I had a touchdown and a pick six. I had 2 touchdowns by Carroll. And, they're doing great under Cal Netherland, but when I left, Alice took over that game. But if you remember last year, that game was on a Thursday night. It was Carroll versus Vets, and Carroll almost took down Vets last year. So it'll be interesting to see who has the edge in this game, because after saying last week, I don't know who can win that game. I think it's any team's battle. So I'll try to find that score. And we have one other team playing tonight, and that's Riviera Coffer.
Oh, Rivera's playing tonight.
They're playing Progresso.
And we're going to be at Rivera later this year. On Halloween night, in fact. 4th down and 2. It's a pitch out. And they are going to get awfully close, and that's going to be a Beeville 1st down.
That is a precision air 1st down. Sorry, I was looking up something. You were right. We had Ravenna Coffer on the Thursday Game Night South Texas schedule, but that unfortunately was one of our games that we had to move, so we don't get to have them on TV this year. But I don't blame them. It's because a lot of their Premont's runners are cross-country runners, and their district was Friday morning, so they didn't want to play football Thursday night and then compete for district. So that was one of our games we lost. That's why we only have 9 this year.
Okay, I was not aware of that.
So that's my fault. I didn't give you the new updated schedule. But so we have 2 weeks off this year.
Man. 1st and 10 now. Austin back, throws, caught.
Malachi Brooks running over people. It took 2-3 Bulldogs to take him down.
That's a 3-yard pickup. And it'll be 2nd and 7 now.
But I will say
Beeville.
we do have a really good schedule. Like next week, I'm really excited. We have Tolosa Midway versus London. Then we'll have Carroll at Cal Allen, Moody at H.M. King, so we'll go to your stomping grounds at Javelina Stadium, Taft Banquetti, West Oso Mathis, GP Carroll, and we end with Falfootius at Bishop, week 11.
All right, 2nd and 7 now for the Trojans. And they'll keep it on the ground. And not really a whole lot there. Good tackle there by number 4. That's Dom Garza, D-O-M. Dom Garza, he is a senior linebacker. Makes a nice tackle. And it'll now be 3rd down and long for Beeville, who had a really hard time running the football against this Bulldog defense so far tonight. Clock winding down. That may have been the final play of the first period. There's 10 seconds left. Let's see if they...
A minute 10.
It's a minute. Okay, I didn't see the minute on there. So when you get old like me, you don't see everything, okay?
That's why I was happy about the white and black jerseys.
Well...
Makes it easy for me, too.
You know what's really strange about this, too? So with the camera being on the other side of the field tonight, we're opposite, right? So that also means the scoreboard is opposite. So I keep looking at the other side, thinking the scoreboard is there, but it's at the other end. All right, we have an injury timeout on the field with 44 seconds to play. Looks like there's an Orange Grove Bulldog on his knees. A bit shaken up here. So a quick story. Last Friday night, I was asked to be the PA announcer for the Cal Allen Gregory Portland game. They always play at 7:30, right, on Friday nights. Well, I'm down there on the sidelines just, you know, yakking away to different people. And I have a guy come up to me and say, hey, when are you going to go up there and start doing your announcement? I said, well, I mean, the game's not till 7:30. Oh, no, we're playing at 7 o'clock tonight. So, man, I had to hightail it up to the press box. And I love the 7 o'clock starts on Friday nights.
I do. You know, I've already talked to CCISD Athletic Director Brenda Marshall, and that's one thing CCISD did as well. If it's a CCISD home game, they do play at 7 o'clock. So that's been very helpful because I think a lot of people, you know, you see the games and you're like, where's the scores?
Well,
on
it helps
Friday
your
Night Fever?
deadlines, that's for sure,
Yes,
right?
The games are actually almost over, if not over, by the time we go on air and have our highlights.
I mean, if you can play
helpful.
it's 7 on a Thursday, you can do on a Friday too, right?
Exactly, I agree.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 7. There is nothing there.
That was Ryder Nelson, the senior from Orange Grove, with the stop right out the gate, number 40.
So they're going to turn the ball over on downs, and Orange Grove will get the ball with 30 seconds left to play here.
It's starting to get a little cool out here. Beautiful sunset. I don't think you can see it, but it's off to our right.
Oh, yeah.
A very beautiful sunset out here tonight in Orange Grove.
And I believe there's a timeout on the field.
The Trojans are already ready to play. Now here come the Bulldogs.
Probably get one play in before we take the break.
With their success on the ground, I know it's first down, but I wouldn't be surprised if they run it again. Hand it off to Diego Garza.
All right, again, Logan Rodriguez, he will hand it off this time to Garza. And Garza with a nice effort here. He'll pick up 5 all the way down to the 46-yard line of the Beeville Trojans. 21 seconds left, so they will probably run this clock out and take a 13-0 lead going into the second quarter. Game night, South Texas. We're live from Orange Grove. Alan Harwell with Larissa Liska.
When I was coming up to the press box, I actually ran into a few of the band members for AC Jones Beeville. And they did say, I said, oh, see you at halftime. He said, what do you mean? I said, you're going to be on TV at halftime. So really excited to have the bands on tonight.
Okay, you're watching Game Night South Texas. Again, 13-0 Orange Grove. Back for the start of the second quarter right after this quick timeout. All right, that's a gorgeous sunset here at Orange Grove, and you see the score. It's 13-0.
A beautiful shade of orange for two orange teams battling it out on game night South Texas.
13-0 as we start the second quarter. It's 2nd and 5 now for Orange Grove.
Ooh.
And a little bit of exchange issue right there. They're going to end up losing about 4 yards on the play.
Ball was for Daniel Bond, but he tripped up with his quarterback, Logan Rodriguez, and it's going to be a long 3rd down on this one.
And big number 55 is going to trot off the field for Beeville. Got shaken up on the play, but he is able to get off on the field on his own power.
That's always good to see. Looks like it's just a cramp. I have a good view of him, just getting some water here, so hopefully he'll be back in there real soon.
Orange Grove lost 3 yards in the play. It's now 3rd and 8. Let's see what Rodriguez will do here. Hasn't thrown the ball much tonight.
And here he goes.
But he is this time. Good protection across the middle.
Right
Nice
to
catch.
his brother, Lyndon Rodriguez.
Well, we knew it was just a matter of time as number 12 gets it down to about the 34.
That's a precision air 1st down.
I think they worked on that a few times in the old backyard.
Let's see if we can watch that brother connection by the Rodriguez brothers. Oh, there's our precision air 1st down.
He had really good protection, too, so credit that offensive line.
And our miracle method replay, here's the brother connection we've been waiting for. It's Logan Rodriguez to Lyndon Rodriguez, and you called it. They hadn't thrown the ball long yet, and that's what we needed.
Back to live action. This is Rodriguez going to keep it himself, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards as they get closer to the goal line.
The brothers are tall and athletic. I'll say that. The Bulldog squad, just looking out there, you can see it looks like the Beeville squad is stouter, but it looks like the Bulldog squad is a little bit taller.
Pickup of 7 yards in the play. It'll now be 2nd and 3. You see the clock winding down early here in the second quarter.
A good crowd from both teams tonight in the stands.
Yes. A lot of Thursday night games this year. We'll talk more about why that's happening. You know, back in the old days, you rarely saw a Thursday game, but it's become quite common now. And
oh, Seth Gutierrez says, no, sir, not today.
yeah, Mr. Garza's nowhere to run. And it'll be now 3rd down at about 3 or 4 yards. All black uniforms tonight, as you can see, for
I like
Orange
the
Grove.
Texas logo on the helmets this year.
Looks good. 3rd and 3. Logan Rodriguez, the senior, in the shotgun. And he will hand it off. And some good running here by Garza. He's going to take it to the house. That's another Orange Grove touchdown.
Looked like a 36-yarder touchdown for Aztec Auto Group of Beeville. Looked like it was about 39 yards. Like you said, he had 3 touchdowns, I believe, last week for Diego Garza, the senior.
Yeah, that gives him 6 on the season now, so he's got 3 here in the first half. 19-0 now. Orange Grove beginning to pull away in this football game. And once again, it'll be under Schmidt.
He missed the last kick.
He's a sophomore. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is.
It's good.
It is good. It's snuck in that, snuck inside there. So it's now 20-0 now. Bulldogs over the Trojans. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We'll be back with the kickoff after this. Orange Grove. You're watching Game Night South Texas right here on KDF Television. Alan Harwell with Larissa Liska. Let's take a go back and look at the replay of that touchdown. And
we're going to make you wait for the kickoff first, but
man,
you saw that.
I was fired up to see the replay.
I know. I'm so excited to always see those replays. I love having that because last year was the first time we had it, at least for me, and then the year before that we didn't have it. But you said you had it in the past.
We did. You know, I'm trying to think how many years we've been. I want to say we've been doing this for at least 12 years now.
I think the miracle methods
In
replays
fact,
add so much to it.
You talked about Eddie Hesseltine being the superintendent here at Orange Grove. He was the head coach at King when we did our very first Game Night South Texas game.
Oh, wow.
And I want to say that's at least 12 years ago. At least.
And now Orange Grove gets their first home game on TV.
And he's going to have to pick this football up if he wants to return it. And that was a really good kick.
Good dodging,
but
though.
There's nowhere to roam. Maybe there is a little bit of roam, but not a whole lot.
Rodolfo Villarreal. He made something out of nothing, but there is some laundry on the field near the 5-yard line.
And once again, Beeville's going to be backed up deep in their own territory.
Let's see if we can get that replay that we promised you we wanted to see.
All right, tell us all about it.
Miracle Method giving us a replay. And again, watch number 3, Diego Garza. Look at the speed he has. And again, the lineman is just doing a great job, but he did have to plow past a few defenders here. And once he did that, he was off to the races. So he is a fast, elusive back, but he also brings in a lot of power.
They're not going to tackle him on the shoulder pads, that's for sure. And you saw a lot of shoulder pad tackling on that one, and that's not going to work. Well, it looks like they still have the ball at the 13-yard line.
Because that penalty, you're right. So the penalty marker, that must have been, the flag must have been picked up.
And that is where the Trojans will start. They need to score here before halftime, get back in this football game.
8:52 left on the play clock before halftime.
And Austin will roll out. He'll throw it and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And that was number 2. And his name is David Pettis.
That's a name that we heard a lot of last year. He's really good at running the ball, but we haven't heard as much from David this year. So that was the first time we said his name tonight.
That'll stop the clock, 8:46 to play. 2nd and 10 now. Trojans trying to get out of deep in their own territory. Austin is straight back. A little bit of rush there. He'll throw it and intercepted back the other way. Good play there by number 13 with the pickoff for the Bulldogs. That's Diego Serna.
That's an Ewald's Kubota turnover for the Orange Grove Bulldogs.
So that's the 2nd turnover now the Bulldogs have forced tonight. And they're going to get great field position.
Let's see that Miracle Method replay.
A little bit of a rush, too, by the Bulldogs defensive lineman. And he'll just kind of force this ball. He'll throw it up. And nice pickoff right there.
2 defenders in the area. Diego Serna making that look easy. But I do like that Beeville is starting to throw the ball, and that's what I'm wanting to see more of from Orange Grove as well, because now is when they have to take their chances leading into district in a few weeks.
All right, let's see if the Bulldogs will take advantage of that turnover.
Give it back to your man.
And not really a whole lot. Well, he did get some second effort there. That's about a 5-yard pickup for Diego Garza. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns already last week. Let's see if he can get his 4th here in the first half. So early on,
well, that would be his 5th because he just scored. He just scored that drive before.
We've had 3 touchdowns so far. So he's got 3 scores, right?
Oh, did he have 2 or 3 last week?
He had 3 last week.
Oh, so yeah, this will be the 4th one, that 9-minute marker.
There you go. That was a 7-yard pickup. It'll now be 2nd and 7. And Rodriguez will throw it out to number 5, who's wide open down to the 10, down to about the 5, 4,
He's battling
3.
for it.
That was a great effort.
He knocked down that defender, and it was a big defender too. Seth Gutierrez, number 44, limping a little bit, but he looks like he's staying on the field. Big
Daniel
hit.
Bond. Daniel Bond.
And that's a freshman too. The Orange Grove Bulldogs, again, a young team in some areas, but their guys are shining and getting their name noticed.
So it's now 1st and goal now. Orange Grove.
That was a precision air first down.
20-0 already. It's too early to say knockout punch if they score here, right?
I agree.
Way too early.
Because, you know, last year Beeville got off to a hot start. Orange Grove battled back, but then Beeville came back strong. So you just never know. But it looks like we will have a timeout.
And it's Orange Grove who calls timeout. So we want to take a timeout here. All right, we're going to break. 20-0, Orange Grove in full control, 7:43 to play. You're watching Game Night South Texas. Back right after this. Well, how about some Thursday night football from Orange Grove? We've got it for you right here on KDF TV tonight. You're watching Game Night South Texas. And the Bulldogs have got an early 20-0 lead, and they're knocking on the door again here after the big pickoff as they try to take advantage of the turnover.
Beeville needing to find a way to slow them down, but so far Orange Grove has been controlling it with their run game.
You got a score, didn't you, from that game?
Oh, I do. So one of my scores tonight, I need to look at Carroll Vets, but right now I do have a score update. Rivetta Coffer is down 14-0 against Progresso at the end of the first quarter.
All right.
Let me see if I can get us a Carroll Tigers score. Veterans Memorial Eagles. The Eagles looking for their first win. Same as the Carroll Tigers. A lot of teams looking for their first win tonight.
They got 2 here tonight trying to get their first win. Javelinas, we're still looking for our first win.
And that
we
was
lost.
A close one, 16-13.
Well, yeah, we couldn't move the ball inside the red zone. We ended up losing 16-13. We're off this week, and then next week we fly to Mississippi College. You ever been to Mississippi?
I drove through Mississippi back when I worked in Georgia.
Well, let's see if Orange Grove can put it in the end zone again. It's 1st and goal.
Ball around the 4-yard line.
And Rodriguez will hand it off to Garza. Garza looking for his 4th score of the game. He'll be about a yard shy of the goal line. So he will now be 2nd and goal.
Ooh, we have a very close game at Cabinets Field. I believe the game's at Cabinets. Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial up 9-7 against the Carroll Tigers in the second quarter.
And you saw the nose of the football, Larissa. It's almost touching the goal line. I'm looking for a quarterback sneak here from Logan Rodriguez. What do you think?
Me too. You know, he's got the height and the length to just stretch across, and we've seen that the O-line just opening up gaps today.
All right, let's see if he'll hand it off to Garza, or it will be Logan Rodriguez carrying the football. And it is going to be Garza. No, well, it was a run up the middle. Kind of faked out our cameraman, I think, a little bit there.
And they have not called it yet. Coach Johnson believes that they scored a touchdown. He's walking out.
All right, Garza does get in the end zone for his 4th score of the night.
That is an Aztec Auto Group of Beeville touchdown.
All right, 26-0 now. They open it up here. And once again, it's Anders Schmidt, left-footed kicker. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Orange Grove stretches their lead out, 27-0. So far, Larissa, this has been a complete ball game. for Orange Grove. They've scored 4 touchdowns. They've forced 2 turnovers. What else do you want?
I know, and that's kind of what they said last week. They did a great job against Rockport Fulton. Just Rockport Fulton with Eric Souza, was able to put together just a little bit more effort out there. But they looked good. They've been able to run the ball. They've been able to get a few passes out there. So not much more you can expect from the Orange Grove Bulldogs. I wasn't sure what we were going to get going into this game against both teams. We're looking for their first win of the season. And Beeville, like I said, like you said, the score may have not been great last week, but you can't judge it when you're up against the Sinton Pirates. That team is a powerhouse. And you know what I'm looking forward to? I believe it's week 5. It's not game night South Texas, but will probably be game of the week when Sinton travels to the Miller Buccaneers.
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to that game.
That'll be a high-scoring affair. We know that you'll have plenty of highlights. Speaking of highlights, we'll have highlights at halftime. You got some feature stories to air at halftime as
We
well.
do. That's what's great about our neighborhood news this year. One of the stories I mentioned, Souza, is actually on Chris Souza, the former head coach for the Beeville Trojans. What's he been up to in retirement? Well, Adam Beam will get to sit down with Chris Souza and see what he's been up to with the Trojans.
I predict he'll end up doing something here down the road. He's not one to sit on the couch for too long, although we did see him in that Rockport shirt last week standing on the sidelines with his son.
And supporting his kids is definitely
absolutely
what he's been doing a lot of.
Here's the kickoff now, and the Trojans will run it back, and nice hit there. We don't have a big hit of the week yet, of the game, do we? Have you seen one?
Not that I know of. We probably have maybe a few. Seth Gutierrez, number 44, I remember he'd had one from Beeville.
Okay.
I don't know if we have it saved in our clip selection, but I remember he had a really big hit.
Well, that's a new feature we have here on Game Night South Texas. So what's the criteria? What do you got to do?
Well, one of our awesome teammates saves some plays, and then we have to we filter through those, and then we pick which one we think is the best. It's kind of like Friday night, but this time we get a little bit more time to pick. On Friday night when we do our top plays, we're trying to go through all our games and constantly texting and being like, who had the top play of the week, who had that game. And so I really like this big hit feature.
Hammer time, huh?
That's what we should call it, hammer time.
All right, here we go, 6:44. Boy, we're looking for Beeville to get some offense going here. They're down 27-zip. This would be a good time to start.
Espinoza trying to spin around and get an opening.
And there's just not a whole lot there. Boy, some good gang tackling there from Orange Grove.
At least with Beeville, I've seen them go up the middle a lot tonight. I haven't seen them really go around the edge, and that's what I think they're going to need, because that group up front in the Bulldogs, that front 6, front 7, they are just pounding the hole and not letting any Trojans get through.
That was a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Beeville in no hurry at all here.
It'll be interesting to see if Bo goes for a pass again. He's got 2 receivers out there to go to, but he's handing it off again.
Well, he had success last week throwing the football. This here is another run up the middle. It's going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down.
We do have some good games tomorrow night, though. I'm excited. It'll be actually in 2 weeks. I'll have been to 2 Miller games. Miller is hosting Seguin.
It looks like Miller's for real again this year.
They are. Now they're in UIL 5A Division II, so that'll be interesting. And, speaking of alignment changes, that's what's interesting about the Bulldogs. They were in 4A last year, and now they're in UIL 3A Division I.
Well, Beeville needs 3 yards. They want to keep this drive alive. Going here, down 27-0. And they're going to keep it on the ground again, and they're going to be short, I believe, of a first down.
That was David Pettis. That's the second time we've said his name tonight. Again, keep an eye on David, because he's one of those guys that he was a game changer last year for the Beeville Trojans. So keep an eye on David. And they gave it a first down. That's a precision air first down.
It was close, and they ended up getting the first down. So that's good news if you're a Beeville Trojan fans. For those who couldn't make it the game tonight, hopefully watching at home here on KDF TV. And once again, are you a little surprised that they're not airing the ball out down 27-0? Your thoughts?
I am. I know they had an interception earlier. There was a turnover there, but I think you got to keep trying to throw and find your guys. And because Bo's, if you watch his throws, he's actually putting it in the vicinity of his receivers. They're just a little off. So you almost need to take a gamble at this point and try to connect, because they're right there. They're maybe a couple yards away from connecting and going for a touchdown.
Clock is running. You see on your TV there, 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Second down and 10. And they'll pitch it out and pick up of about 4. And again, that was David Pettis' time now as he gets some more playing time.
The Bulldogs sniffed that out pretty quick. Keno Reynolds, a senior, one of the early dogs in the pack that got to the Trojans. But 3rd and 5, like you said, do you run it? Do you throw it? They've been running it this drive.
Well, they're in no hurry.
They're keeping it safe, but this time they do have Malachi Brooks in the backfield, number 88, so keep an eye on him.
They need 5 yards for a first down. And again, they will keep it on the ground. And there's just not a whole lot there. It's going to be 4th down at about 3.
That was Ryan Espinoza trying to make some magic, but he's down a little bit shaken. One of their players is down a little bit shaken up, but he got up.
Well, the last time that Beeville tried to throw the football, it was an interception. It was a turnover that led to another Orange Grove touchdown.
This will be interesting. It looks like they're going to go for it, which, I would at this point. But this looks like their play they tried to run earlier when Orange Grove called the timeout. You've got Seth Gutierrez in the backfield with Malachi Brooks, your big guys, but Espinoza.
They needed 2, and they got about 4. That's a first down, and they're going to have to move those chains. That's a big, big first down for Beeville.
Precision air first down, keeping the Beeville Trojans alive.
Roll the dice a little bit there, and it worked.
I think that's what Beeville's got to do. They've got to pack the backfield like they've got 3 guys in the backfield right now for Bo, and they just got to ground and pound.
And again, they have 3 men in the backfield. And Austin's going to keep it himself.
Trying to stay on his feet.
Well, they're hoping to score here right before halftime. Then they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So they're looking for a 2-for here, right?
Right, and I know you said they're keeping the clock slow, and that's probably why they don't want to give Orange Grove a chance. I think that's the key. They just need to ground and pound, and that's what's working for them. And they've got time. Like you said, they've got 2 minutes.
I think quarterback's shaking up just a little bit here.
He was moving slow, and he's handing it off there.
He'll pitch it out. And not a whole lot there. Another good play by the Orange Grove D.
I just saw Bo. He was shaking his hand, shaking his wrist. That's what he's holding right now, the quarterback for the Beeville Trojans.
And again, that may be a reason why they're not throwing the ball right now.
And they are taking him out. Number 1 is coming in for Beeville. That is Tyler Lang.
So let's see what Tyler's got. 1:38 to play. It's 3rd down and 4. Tyler Lang also plays defensive back for Beeville, but he's in now. And who knows, he might put a little spark in the offense here. And he's going to throw the ball, but there's nobody there, and he's going to get sacked.
It's a pack of dogs.
Led by number 4, Dom Garza. D-O-M, his second big play. Is that a hammer play there? Is that a hammer time play?
I think that could be a hammer time play. Got to make sure we save that one, because that was right when the Beeville Trojans were starting to get their momentum, and that's going to be a big 4th down.
Well, they went for it a moment ago, and they got it. I imagine they'll go for it again. But you see the clock is running. They're not going to call a timeout, which is very surprising here.
And with Bo not in there, I don't know if they're going to throw it.
Now, they're just letting the clock run out here. They got to at least run one more play. I am shocked they're not calling timeout here, if they go for it.
That's true.
It looks like they're going to run it down and then probably call timeout, and they'll punt. Probably a good call here by the...
Hopefully the injury is not too bad for their quarterback, Bo. I see him on the sideline. He's walking, he's doing good. But it looks like it's his hand, it's his wrist that's hurting him.
Yeah, he was holding it there, and he was shaking it, trying to get some, looked like it had gotten a little numb on him.
But there you can see the Bulldogs huddle. Jared Johnson in the middle. But we got to give some of our sponsors a shout out. That's Rally Credit Union. They gave us some awesome rally towels. I posted some pictures already on my Facebook page because the cheerleaders from both sides do a great job helping me out and handing out those rally towels. So thank you so much, Rally Credit Union. And don't worry, I give some to both teams. It's not just the home team. It's fair for both sides. So I really like those towels. It's so hot sometimes I want to keep one.
Well, it's sizzling here in the press box. You have no air. And there's no breeze.
Yes, that's true. No breeze out here tonight, but I will say I'm glad the storm came through because it's 82 on my watch right now, and I have a good feeling these past couple of Fridays it's been around 90 at this time, so I'll take 82.
I will too, without a doubt. So the Trojans will come in, they'll pump the ball away back to Beeville with 36 seconds to play. It'll be interesting to see what Orange Grove does on offense.
Trying to find who the return man is.
Well, they're not. They don't have anybody back. I think they're going to rush the punter here and see if they can block the kick. Now, you're right. There is nobody back for Orange Grove.
Gutsy call, but you know, Beeville's faking it anyway. Never mind. They went for it. It looked close. I think they had options.
Oh, he's going to get a great roll inside the 15-yard line. They'll mark it at about the 14, so that's where Orange Grove will start. Only 24 seconds left. They may air it out once or twice here and maybe see if they can get them a.
You know, being up by 27-0 and Beeville sneaking it earlier on the fourth down, you know, it doesn't surprise me that Jared Johnston called a play like that for his guys just to rush. And again, it's going to go into halftime. But, you know, I've got to say that I feel like that's a move a 6A coach would make. You know, sneak something in like that, your defense, not having anybody back there so with your secondary. So good to see that from Jared Johnson and the Bulldogs.
So Eddie Hesseltine and Jared Johnston knew each other back in their early days.
Oh, I did not know
and
that.
I think Missile Hesseltine had a lot to do with getting him to come back to Orange Grove.
And I know he's been very happy to be back. You know, he was on this field probably in their shoes, a Bulldog, excited to give back.
Now they'll take a knee here to close out the first half. And that is going to run out the clock. And when we come back, we're going to have both bands. We're going to have 2 feature stories. And we're going to have your halftime highlights. And I'm looking forward to watching those. So it's 27-0. Orange Grove at halftime. You're watching Game Night South Texas live from Orange Grove, Texas. Alan Harwell with Larissa Liska. Ron Hammy is on the field. He will have your highlights coming up on Chris 6 Sports at 10 o'clock. We'll be right back with your halftime festivities right after this.
Welcome back to Game Night South Texas, and as we promised, we have the bands. We're starting out with the Beeville Trojan Band, and I tell you what, when I was walking out here, like I said, and thank you, Truckers Equipment, for our halftime sponsor getting this out here, because we love highlighting our bands. And there's some more of our band crew walking out for the Beeville Trojans, but whenever I was walking out here, I know the band members were so excited. They're actually shocked because they said, see on TV, and they said, wait, what? I don't think their coaches prepared them, but they're going to do a great job. They always do. I always...
Please welcome the AC Jones High School Dodgers drill team to the field. They're being led on to the field by Colonel Leon Salinas. First Lieutenant Michaela Lake. And Second Lieutenant Brielle Beck. The Jaguar of the Week is Aubrey Pettis. And the Director's Coach of the Week is Joey Flores. The Jaguars are under the direction of Amalia Soto and Kendra McCarty. Tonight they will be performing the prom routine to the song I Like It, I Love It. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Beeville ISD is proud to present the award-winning AC Girls High School Mighty Trojan Band. The band is under the direction of Zach McCullough, Brennan Brumbelow, Pamela Langley, Alejandro Martinez, and the color guard director is Brianna Martinez. Drum majors for the band are Yesenia Aguilar, Novra Chete, and Cadence Moya. Color captain is Victoria Peña, and co-captain is Araceli Abrego. The section of the week is the Fuels. The band members of the week are Celestina and Leon Vega. The color guard member of the week is Larissa Morales. Tonight the band performed part 1, 2, and 3 of the UAL competition show entitled Chain Reaction by Mary Maldonado, featuring Chains by Ms. Jonas, Will Cliff and the Volume 4 series, and Something Reflected by the Chainsmokers. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the AC Girls High School Mighty Trojan Band.
And our band break sponsor, Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi.
introduction of the festivities by Finance Ceremony. Mrs. Sarah Bottom, the AC Jones High School Principal, and Mrs. Travis Simon, our Beeville ISD Superintendent. We would also like to thank all the Beeville ISD administration, the Beeville ISD School Board, the Beeville Band Boosters, and the entire community of Beeville for the relentless support for our new team band program. Thank you, and go Trojans!
And that was the Beeville Trojans band. We will have more coming up after this quick timeout. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas. And as promised, we have both bands, and now we welcome the Orange Grove Bulldogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Orange Grove Bulldog Band. The band is under the direction of Jim Major, Jenna Tovar, and Eric Pedillo. Soloists tonight are Kelly Ibanez, Kia Beatty, Deanna Castaneda, Brandon Ramirez, and Judith Ortiz. The band will be performing a portion of UIL concert story entitled Glass Pieces.
And again, our band break sponsor, Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. the Orange Grove Band. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
Education in our schools only help our communities. It helps every community thrive.
Helping teachers thrive.
Those are loud in my ear. I'll have my intro ready. Do you want me to go right into the... I can't do that. I have different anchor intros for both ones. Unfortunately. Like where I'll read the intro for that one? Okay, perfect. Sorry, that's just the way the bosses wanted it. So for the first one is going to be about Beeville. So if you want to get a shot of Beeville, and then the second one will be about Orange Grove if you want a shot of Orange Grove. It doesn't have to be. I just had a thought. There's not really much out here with Beeville yet, unless you get like a fan or the stands. Yeah, that's fine. So Beeville first, Souza first. Got it. Adam's story. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas. I'm Larissa Liska alongside Alan Harwell, and we have a lot of our neighborhood reporters getting to meet our teams, meet our schools, meet our programs. Beeville's neighborhood news reporter Adam Beam shares how the Trojans sideline is looking a little different, as it is the first season since head coach Chris Souza retired. He caught up with Coach Souza to see what he's been up to since putting down the playbook.
Some of the Beeville stuff was playing for me. Here's brother, son, and dad.
Coach Chris Souza looks back at his football legacy.
My family, here's my son, Justin, and my ball boy, Eric.
He's had many titles during his long career, coach, athletic director, but now he's taking on his newest challenge, retirement.
My dad always said that when you're retired, that, every day's a Saturday except for Sunday.
Souza began his career coaching in Palacios, Texas, and since that initial coaching gig, has made a name for himself in the Coastal Bend.
My dad was so proud of me. He told me, he said, son, I'm proud of you, but don't you ever forget. He said, don't you ever forget where you came from, your roots.
Souza is recognizable to sports fans in Beeville for his multiple seasons as head coach and athletic director. During his time with the Beeville Trojans, he earned a milestone, his 200th career victory. But when reflecting on his accomplishments, it was coaching alongside his family that made him most proud.
Felicia and Eric were my ball boy and girl. Some good friends that were still with me here, that followed me here, they were there with me, and we shared that experience together.
But as the 2023 football season came to an end, Souza was faced with a tough decision.
I think I've accomplished a lot, been blessed in my career.
But just because he's retired doesn't mean he's too far from coaching. For one, Souza may have left the field, but another is kicking off their season in Rockport.
And so I'm happy for him, and I know he's going to do well. They won the first game last week against Orange Grove, so that was pretty special too. So,
despite keeping himself busy, there is one thing Souza misses most of all.
What I miss is the camaraderie with the coaches. This time of the year, you spend 7 days with each other. It's hard work, but it's fun.
Coach Souza says he is grateful for his years of coaching, but is happy to be cheering from the stands. In Beeville, I'm your neighborhood news reporter Adam Beam, Chris 6 News.
Now, In just 6 months, the Orange Grove ISD Education Foundation has made a financial impact for teachers on fixed budgets. Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Orange Grove, shared why it's important for teachers to have the support they need to create an innovative education experience.
Education in our schools only help our communities. It helps every community thrive.
Helping teachers thrive. That's the mission of the Orange Grove ISD Education Foundation. The newly formed group has stepped in to help teachers like Jackie Pena.
As Teacher of the Year recipient last year for the primary campus and the elementary level here in Orange Grove ISD, the Education Foundation gifted me a little incentive, and that's something new. It hadn't been done in the past, and so teachers were excited to see that, and of course very appreciative of the extra little help.
Benya does what she can to help her students. That includes spending her own money to get what they need to succeed.
As teachers, we put a lot into our classrooms. A lot of what you see in here is purchased by me so that the students have what they need. And as far as supplies, they're covered.
Katie Pesic is the president of the Orange Grove ISD Education Foundation. She shares why they're doing what they can to lend a helping hand.
There are so many things that go around a school, and sometimes when you think about innovative teaching and thinking outside the box, because there's budgets and guidelines, some of those things get thrown by the wayside. And so whatever we can do to support those, I wanted to be a part of that.
The nonprofit is partnering with its neighbors for outdoor play equipment to help with students' growth and development. I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Orange Grove for Chris 6 News.
Thank you, Melissa and Adam. That was our halftime sponsored by Truckers Equipment. And we'll be right back with Game Night South Texas. The Bulldogs are up 27-0.
All right, welcome back. Game Night South Texas, live from Orange Grove, Texas. Brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. Alan Hartwell with Larissa Liska joining you here. We're about to kick off the second half, and as you see on your screen, it's been all Orange Grove tonight, 27-0. And the Bulldogs have been high octane tonight, both on offense and defense. They've forced 2 turnovers. They've scored 4 touchdowns. And it has been a great night for their outstanding running back. And, of course, talking about the senior, Diego Garza, who's got 4 TDs tonight. He had 3 last week. So he's been tearing it up again tonight. But Beeville will get the ball to start the second half. You see Orange Grove about to kick this thing off. Week 2 of Game Night South Texas. We'll be at London next Thursday when they host Toloso Midway. A warm and humid evening here in Orange Grove. Actually had some cooler temperatures early in the week. Had a little bit of rain, of course. Kicking off for Orange Grove will be Daniel Martinez, the sophomore. And we are underway to start the second half. Squib kick picked up by Beeville's number 3. That's Landon Zamora. Not a whole lot of running room, and he'll be tackled at the 33-yard line. All right, let's see who comes out at quarterback for Beeville. Because Bo Austin seemed to have a wrist or a finger or hand injury in the first half. And he left late in the second quarter. And then Tyler Lane came on. And it will be Tyler Lang, the backup quarterback. And he'll stay in there for Beeville. He's in the shotgun. And Lang is able to hang on to the pigskin, and he'll pick up maybe 3 on the play. It was a high snap, but he did a good job of hanging on to the football. And he'll pick up 3. It'll now be 2nd and 7 for Beeville. Trojans looking for the first win of the year. They had a tough one a week ago against a very good Senton ball club. They lost 48-8. Seth Gutierrez in now at running back, and the big number 44 moves the pile. So good pickup. It'll be 3rd down now. So number 44 seeing some action now for the Beeville Trojans. Third and 3 now as Trojans try to get back in this football game, looking for their first score. Lang will keep it, nothing there, and a swarm of Bulldogs in there to make the play. Keno Reynolds, number 11, the senior, leading the charge. And that'll force a punting situation for Beeville. And Lang will trot off the field. They'll bring in the punter. So a good start on defense for Orange Grove. They've forced already 2 turnovers tonight. It's been a complete performance so far for the Orange Grove football team, both offense, defense, special teams. And the Trojans will kick this ball away. It's a good kick. And it'll bounce inside down to about the 13-yard line. So that is where Orange Grove will start. This will be their first possession of the second half. They scored on their first 2 possessions of the first half and then scored 2 more touchdowns in the second quarter. 2 of those thanks to turnovers forced by that Orange Grove defense tonight in all black with that Texas emblem on their helmets. So here come the Bulldogs again, led by their senior quarterback, number 2, Logan Rodriguez. And once again, it's Diego Garza in at running back, number 3. Boy, he's seen a lot of running room tonight so far in this game. And he'll take it on the first carry. And he will get about 5 on the run as he broke a couple of tacklers from Beeville. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. 4 touchdowns for him tonight. He had 3 last week. He's got 7 already on the season. Boy, he's been a touchdown machine so far for the Bulldogs. Good crowd tonight here on a Thursday. And we appreciate these 2 teams playing on a Thursday night to allow us to come out here tonight to broadcast the game here on Game Night South Texas. Rodriguez takes a snap and a big hole up the middle. Oh, we got a loose pigskin, but it's picked up by Garza. Garza, and Lord Garza picks it up. May end up losing a yard or 2 on the play. And we may have a Miracle Method replay here to take a look at here. He did a good job of picking that ball up off the ground. And here it is, Miracle Method. Surface refinishing. Give those folks a call. And you will see here, he's got a really good hole right here. Then all of a sudden, a Trojan comes up, knocks it loose, and then he bounces right back into the breadbasket there for him. So it's 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Deep in their own territory. And Rodriguez fakes the handoff. He'll throw it across the middle, wide open. That's a first down and more. And a whole lot more yardage here for number 5. We're talking about Daniel Bond, who's already had a big game tonight. And that is a first down. Precision Air, our sponsor on first downs, as he takes it down to the 36-yard line of Beeville. So Rodriguez did a good job of faking the handoff and found Bond, and Bond picked up a lot of yardage. And they are down there in plus territory now. 36-yard line of Beeville. And this time Rodriguez will hand it off again to Garza. Garza up the middle, and he'll pick up a tough 4. Larissa Lissa joins us again here, so it's been a lot more running from Garza, and then the nice pass play from Rodriguez to Bond, who picked up a huge chunk of yardage.
I was climbing up to the press box, and you could just see he was making some moves out there, making a lot of Trojans miss. Beeville fans not too happy about that, but Orange Grove just starting off strong, and they have not slowed down their pace.
2nd down and 7. Bulldogs trying to pick up their first win of the season, and they are well on their way right now. Rodriguez will get it again to, this time, I believe that's number 5 who's in there now for Orange Grove. Was that Bond, or am I? Yeah, it is. That is number 5 who carried the ball that time. Bond, of course, was a young man who picked up that big play. So Garza getting a little bit of a rest now out of that backfield.
You know, impressive seeing Bond out there. He's another freshman on that Orange Grove roster, so a lot of young guys getting experience tonight in this game.
And you see him right there talking to Rodriguez.
He's not the big stout running back, but he's definitely the speedster, shifty, hard to bring down.
Garza is back in the lineup for this play. So Bond will then go out as a wide receiver. 3rd and 2. And Bond fakes it to Rodriguez, fakes it to Bond, and then Rodriguez takes it himself.
And that's a Precision Air first down.
I got to do my first Precision Air first down while you were gone. I know. Moving up in the world here, right?
I know. We have a lot of first downs, so we thank you so much, Precision Air. We also thank the players on the field for making this happen.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I don't know if this was originally a Thursday night game, but if they did this for us, we appreciate it moving it to a Thursday. Did you talk them into that?
I did talk them into it. You know, I will tell you a funny story after this play.
All right. I'm sure it'll be well worth it. All right, up the middle again, Garza, but he loses the ball. It's going to be picked up by the Beeville Trojans. Boy, had a big hole, but it was stripped, and the ball was recovered.
Marcos Del Bosque with the turnover. That's an Ewald Kubota turnover.
Well, Beeville really needed that because it looked like that the Bulldogs were driving it down the field, and they were going to add some more misery to Beeville, but that's a nice turnover for Beeville. So they get the ball back, and he's coming off limping a little bit, number 22. Let's take a look at it. Yes, let's take a look at the replay. Miracle Method is going to provide us a replay here. And you will see, again, Garza has a lot of running room up the middle. But let's see if he drops the ball or if he gets stripped. I think it just came loose. And Del Bosque, who recovered the ball, limped off the field. So we'll see what his situation is going to be like. Yeah, they got the ball back. So here come the Trojans looking to move the ball a little bit. They have not been able to move the ball much. And Larissa, we talked about this during the break, that Tyler Lang is back out there at quarterback. So it looks like we have seen the last of Austin tonight. It looks like he We're not sure. Did you find out from Ron Hammy what the injury was?
No, I did not.
Okay, it looked like it might have been a finger, a wrist, or a hand. His right hand, I believe his throwing hand. Ron Hamby will have your highlights tonight on Chris 6 Sports at 10 o'clock. 2nd and 8 now for the Trojans. And Lang drops back, looking, finds number 34, who will get up. He'll get about, Espinosa picks up about 8 yards. Hard man to bring down once he gets it.
And that's a precision air first down.
All right, so we got 2 first downs here for the Trojans on this drive. So their offense looking a little better now. And once again, it will be Espinosa who will pick up a few. See the clock winding down, 4:35. So who's your game of the week tomorrow night? Remind us again.
Oh, yes, that's part of my funny story was for next week, but it was one of the teams, the London Pirates at the Refugio Bobcats.
That's going to be an interesting ball game. Did Refugio look like the old Refugio team last week with the new head coach?
Trying to remember who they even played last week. It's already been so long since then. I think they were on the road, so that's why I didn't get to see them.
Okay.
I'll have to look. I'll look real quick. My mind is on my funny story, which is Game Night South Texas next week. It's Tolosa Midway at London. That's the one program that actually planned to be on Thursday for us. And it was funny. I reached out to the coaches, and I said, hey, would you mind doing a Thursday TV game this year? And they were like, oh, the coach didn't tell you? I said, tell me what? We scheduled it on Thursday for you. I said, all right, let's do it.
3rd down and 11 now for Beeville. That is nice. Up the middle. And going to be short of the first down. It'll force a 4th down now. And let's see if they. Well, they did give him a first down, Larissa. That's a first down for Beeville. He got it.
Ooh, a precision air first down, a very tough one.
All right, that's 3 for. I mean, that's the first time tonight they've gotten 3 first downs on one drive. So the offense is looking a little better. And not a whole lot of running room there for Mr. Lang. He'll pick up maybe 2. All right, it actually was 3rd down on that last play. It was 3rd down and 2. Lang picks up your precision air first down. Again, Beeville in no hurry to snap the football. 2:47 counting. Tyler Lang drop back, got really good protection. He'll go across the middle and in and out of the hands. Really good play there by number 80 for Orange Grove. That is Lyndon Little, the junior. And number 88, Malachi Brooks, unable to come up with a loose football. 2nd and 10 now. So they just assumed you were going to call them and ask them for a Thursday night game, or did they?
I think they planned to tell me and they both forgot. But the fact that they planned to both be on Thursday, I said, you know what, I'll take it.
Well, they've done a lot to improve their facilities over there. It looks really nice.
I'm excited to go out to London. Coach Moreno's got a good Pirate squad together, and we'll see him against Refugio.
All right, number 44 this time on the carry. That's Seth Gutierrez.
Oh, and you were asking me about Refugio. I did find their score. That's why I don't know for sure how to. I mean, I can tell you they're a high-scoring team like usual. They beat Catula on the road 49-6.
They're same old Refugio then.
Same old Refugio. And then their quarterback, Keelan the Gunslinger Brown, he's one of our quarterbacks in our Chris Super 6 showcase. And I mean, the Gunslinger is no joke. When we put him through those drills for the Chris Super 6 showcase, his release is by far the fastest. It's just the flick of the wrist.
Yeah, you did a really good job on those quarterback prospects. 3rd and 5 now. Speaking of quarterbacks, here's a long pass down the sideline. It's caught. A nice catch there.
Wow, that was number 8, Jaden Gonzalez. I was watching the play. There's, coach is trying to hurry him up. I did not see any laundry on the field. It looked like there might have been a little bit of a tug, but hey, the Beeville Trojans are very excited because that's a precision air first down.
All right, again, that's now the 4th first down they picked up on this drive. And I've got a botched snap here. Lang's going to pick it up, try to make something out of nothing, and it's not. And big number 11 with a big hit there for Orange Grove. Hughes Klatt. Still looking for the big hit of the game, and we'll have that for you coming up in the fourth quarter. That one was close, but I still like that other play. You and I kind of huddled up about it at halftime.
Yes.
We don't want to give it away, but.
Can't do it, can't give away the big hit yet. Coach Holmgren talking to his Trojans on the sideline. Espinoza in the backfield with their new quarterback.
Second down and 10 now for Tyler Lang, trying to get something going here, trying to get in the end zone for the first time tonight. In trouble, throws it. Ooh, that ball was almost intercepted by a lineman.
And I got to give credit to Orange Grove because I think what happened, it wasn't a bad throw. It's just as he was throwing it, the defender was able to get a hand on the wrist or the ball and able to almost get an interception for the Bulldogs. Tyler Lang doing a great job, though, stepping up tonight, especially when the starter went down, Bo Austin.
Still don't have a report on his injury yet, but hopefully he's okay. 50 seconds to play now in the third chapter. Third down and 10, down 27-0. Beeville trying to get in the end zone for the first time. We have a false start here. Looked like they actually blew the whistle before they snapped the ball. Let's see. Apparently not. So it's going to be fourth down now and 10. Beeville will probably go for it here, I would imagine. Here we go, 4th and 10 now for the Trojans. 47 seconds left, laying back, in trouble, avoids, and it's intercepted. You're right, it's intercepted again, this time by number 12, Lyndon Rodriguez.
That's an Ewald's Kubota turnover.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout. We come back, we'll take another look at that play. 35 seconds to play here. In the third quarter, it's 27-0 Orange Grove. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Game Night South Texas. The clock is winding down. We got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. End of the third quarter, and it still remains 27-0 in favor of Orange Grove. So no scoring here in the third chapter. We're going to take another timeout. You're watching Game Night South Texas. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We got some Thursday night football here from Orange Grove, Texas this evening. It's the Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. And there's your score. It's still 27-0. No scoring in the third quarter. And Orange Grove has the football here to start the fourth and final chapter. And Mr. Rodriguez remains in at quarterback for Orange Grove. And the snap is going back to Garza. Garza with some running room. Garza runs over 3 Beeville would-be tacklers. And that's going to be another precision error. First down.
He's just so fast. He churns his legs, and he's hard to bring down. And, you know, this is that time. That was our first down sponsored by Precision Air. It's that time of the game where it's a gut check. Who can hang in the fourth quarter? And I know Beeville is down, but it's extra important for them to not give up. Try to get a touchdown, punch it in, try to hold off Orange Grove. This is the time to prove yourself for district.
So first and 10 now. I'm sure they're just going to want to run a lot of clock here in the fourth chapter. And once again, it is Garza. And nowhere to run. Number 28 for Orange Grove leading the charge that time. And that's big Mike Hernandez, the junior. Well, right now, Garza's got to be the runaway leader now for player of the game, right? I mean, we thought originally it might have been his quarterback, but I think Garza's the main man right now.
Oh, did he run?
I just think with his performance so far tonight, he has been the man for Orange Grove. Second and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Again, that is Logan Rodriguez, your quarterback. And this is Garza, big hole up the gut, 50, 45. Carries a man all the way down to the 44. That's going to be another precision error. First down for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. Boy, what a great game they put together tonight. That's got to give them a lot of confidence for next week.
Yes, for sure. And I need to look at who they got next week because, again, I know you look one game at a time, but you also have to look at who you got with district coming up. And I know they have their eyes set on Edna, top-ranked program in UIL 3A Division I, and that's their first district game coming up.
First and 10. Now we have a new running back into the ball game, and that is number 5. There's nowhere to run for Daniel Bond. Daniel mainly been catching the ball tonight, but he has had a few runs out of the backfield. Kind of give Garza a little bit of a rest.
Yes, Diego Garza has been a huge playmaker in this game, and I believe he's had 2 touchdowns. He had the 1-yard touchdown, the 39-yard touchdown. Lyndon Rodriguez has had both interceptions in this game.
Big number 50 right there. Boy, he just sticks out, doesn't
50
he?
is huge from the Orange Grove team.
Landon Del Alamo. And he's only a 10th grader.
Wow.
Got to play basketball, right?
Sophomore left tackle. You'd think so. You'd need that height.
All right, they lost a yard on that last play. It'll now be 2nd and 11. This time it's Bond again. Bond showing some nifty moves. That was a pretty good hit there. Laid on by number 2, David Pettis. We've seen him on offense for Beeville, but he made a really nice hit. Can we take a look at that again? Do we have a miracle method replay? All right, so Bond, we're used to seeing him catch the ball, right? And having moves like this, but here he is carrying the ball out of the backfield. There's a nice little hit there by number 2.
Again, Bond just a freshman, so he's going to hit the weight room. He might be getting hit now, but he's going to be able to hold that down his senior year.
3rd and 5. They want to keep this drive alive, and they're going to hand it off to Bond, and Bond is going to get another precision air first down.
Took a lot of Trojans to take him down.
So that'll keep the clock running as soon as they whistle in the play here at 8:34. There it goes.
I do have a score update for us. Ravenna Coffer is down 42-0 against Progresso. That's the end of the third quarter.
The Red Ants of Progresso doing some stinging tonight.
They are stinging tonight. And the Seahawks are going to have to learn from tonight. It's only week 2, so they got some time.
How the Carroll Tigers doing against Vets? Do you got an update on that game?
At last check, Vets is up 21-7 over Carroll in the third quarter.
This is Bond again. Real shifty little runner there. That's a pickup of 7 or 8. Looked like they might stop him after 2, but then he got past a would-be tackler. So it's going to be about second and about 2 or 3. Ball resting at the 26. So who are the games that you will have highlights of tomorrow night?
The plan is our game of the week, which is London at Refugio. I will be at Seguin against Miller at Buccaneer Stadium, and then I'll hop over to Tolosa Midway with Ray. Excited to see Ingleside for the first time this year. They graduated some talent. They will be at Aransas Pass, so we'll see how those Panthers are doing. And after this play, I'll say some more.
Second and 3. Here's Bond getting a lot of running time, and Bond is going to pick up another precision air first down inside the 20-yard line.
Daniel Bond. Doesn't quite work out unless you have Bond as the last name. I was trying to do a Jason Bond
there you go.
Joke there. We're trying. They just keep handing it off to him. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, he's shown that he can play. He's made a couple of good catches also at receiver tonight.
But some of the other games we plan on getting is, I've got to think now where I was at with my thoughts. Oh, of course, Cal Allen at Alice. That's going to be a good one. And I'm hoping,
they're no longer district foes. It's very disappointing. They're no longer in the same district. But Alice has moved up to 5A now.
And they've got to travel for their district.
Well, Rodriguez picked the ball up off the ground and then handed it off to Bond, and Bond will pick up 5. But it's good to see that Alice and Cal Allen are still playing. And it's good to see that Cal Allen and GP are still playing. That's an old rivalry that goes back. So.
And I believe Cal Allen is still playing Tolosa Midway as well, non-district. So yeah.
No, they're in the same district. So,
that's right.
Yes.
It's Alice. I believe Alice is playing Tolosa Midway. That's what I was going to add.
40 straight years that Cal Allen has beaten Tolosa Midway.
It'll be interesting. A new head coach, James Villarreal. And we say new. He was part of the system last year as a defensive coordinator. And before that, if you remember, Veterans Memorial had a very good defensive line, and he was the head coach over for the Eagles. Oh, but our other game, we talked about Souza earlier in the game night South Texas, but we will be over in San Diego, hopefully. We will have Rockport Fulton in San Diego, where Eric Souza leads the Pirates.
All right, we're going to take a timeout with them on the field there, and we're getting close to the end of this one. It's 27-0, all Orange Grove. You're watching Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Game Night South Texas. We're live in Orange Grove tonight. It's week 2 of the 2024 high school football season. 27-0, all Orange Grove, and they got the ball deep in Beeville territory again. And it's second and about 6 yards. Mr. Garza is back in there. You think he's got one more touchdown in him? I think he does. If he gets the ball, and he does get the ball here. Up pick up. There he goes. And a nice little tackle there.
Wrapped up
Beeville.
around the ankles.
It's another precision air first down as they get it down to the 10-yard line. First and goal now for Orange Grove. Well, if you're the Orange Grove head football coach tonight, Jared Johnston, You know, every coach has got to get on their team about something, right? But what does he get on them about tonight? They played a very good all-around game.
I think the penalties to start the game.
Okay.
The penalties on that first drive, I believe they had 2 or 3. But, you know, if
they
you
overcame
did tell
it.
them that, they overcame it.
Yeah,
so
they scored.
They figured it out pretty quick. Yeah, there's not much to complain about tonight.
Mr. Garza again, and not a whole lot of running room there. He might have gotten 2 yards. By the way, congratulations on your Emmy.
Thank you so
you got
much.
the other night. So you didn't know until that night, right?
Exactly. So my category, it depends how many qualify to be nominated, and there were 2 in my category, and one was the other reporter was out of Dallas, and his story was on Lionel Messi, you know, the pro soccer player, and mine was on I loved it. It's a team manager from Refugio.
Yeah, I saw it. It was a great feature story.
And Joseph Ellerby, you know, he's been part of that program for years, has 2 state championship rings helping out the Bobcats. So very thankful for him and this community. But no, I'm really happy to see the hard work being rewarded. That's just extra icing on the cake.
Looks good on the resume.
Exactly. That's true, too. And nice on my shelf.
It does. And it looks like just like the ones they give away, you know, on the big show.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah, just like all the TV shows and all the actresses get.
So did you go up there and did you say anything?
I did, and I knew. They warned me. They said, if you know, my coworkers, they said, if you get picked up there, they give you a 20-second hard count. They start playing the music to get you off the stage. But I made the mistake. They had a replica up there. I didn't know that since our category was first. I almost took it off the stage.
That'd be funny. 2nd and goal now for Orange Grove after the walk-off of 5 yards. So 2nd and goal from the 14. And just not a whole lot of running room.
One thing that was very neat, it's one of the reporters for the Dallas Cowboys. He's not a play-by-play guy, but he definitely does a lot for them with social media and other stuff. He was at our table, and he probably received 5 awards for the Dallas Cowboys. I'd have to look up his name. I friended him on Instagram, but we were at a really good table.
He got 5 awards?
The Cowboys. He said Jerry Jones, you know, was at practice, so he couldn't make it out today. Would have been great to see Jerry Jones there receiving for the Cowboys. But they had the play-by-play announcer for the Mavericks, the play-by-play announcer for the Houston Astros. So, and then they were all at our table, so we had a great table.
3rd down and goal from the 12 now for Orange Grove. Let's see if they can get in one more touchdown before we wrap this thing up tonight. And this is going to be Bond, and not a whole lot of running room. So let's see if they line up for a field goal here. I would assume that's what they're going to do. As the clock hits 3 minutes. But it appears they are going to forego the field goal attempt and go for it here. Jacob Cole, you saw number 7 running in. All right, 4th and goal now. Bond remains in there at running back. Rodriguez takes the snap, hands it off, and Bond is going to get stopped at about the 2. So they will turn the ball over on downs. Nice gesture there by Orange Grove. They didn't throw the ball, didn't want to run up the score. Just kept it on the ground. Didn't attempt the field goal either. So with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left, it's all Orange Grove tonight, 27-0. Going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, it's going to be hammer time, and we'll explain what that's about right after this. All right.
Welcome back.
Well, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're good.
I was going to give you a great intro for
go
our
for
next
it, go for it.
next segment here. It's 27-0. So the big hit of the game is a new segment we're doing now here on Game Night South Texas, brought to our good friends at King Ranch Ag and Turf. So you take it away.
I was ready for it. I was excited. King Ranch Ag and Turf, because guess what? We're looking for the hammer time. That was a big hit by Orange Grove, and I've got to give credit to Dom Garcia and his co-partner Ricky Lauer. I mean, look at the effort here, but I don't know who to give credit to.
There's
They
one
both got
hammer,
back
like
there.
3 hammers on this
Really,
play, right?
yeah. 58 even got in there. Great job by the Bulldogs tonight, and that's what they've done all game long.
Well, thank you, King Ranch Ag and Turf, for sponsoring the hit of the game. Long pass play, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 2:13 to go.
The Trojan is down, though, the receiver trying to run. It looks like, I'm hoping it's just a cramp. It's that time of the night where, you know, it's played nearly a full
humid.
game.
Yeah,
It's very hot out here. Like you pointed out, no wind.
Hadn't been much wind this past week. You talked to the meteorologist about that?
Well, my main concern tonight was rain. That was my main question, and they did say we should be in the clear at least for rain.
Yard beginning to green up a little bit.
I know, and it's probably, and I know they were talking about how it's really helping this grass field out here.
Second down. Ooh, there's a better get out of the end zone there, and they're going to sack him at about the 4.
The Bulldogs
maybe
were
the 5.
trying to give us another reason to be big hit of the game.
Yeah, big number 73 there for Beeville. Looks like he's cramping up as well. That is Jesus Martinez.
You're talking about top players tonight. I mean, I don't know who you give it to. I think you almost have to give it to Diego Garza with 2 rushing touchdowns, 3 last week. So now the young man is up to 5. He's a senior playing with his twin brother, Dom Garza, who also was the big hit of the night. So great to see those 2 twins stepping up for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. And talking about brothers, I mean, again, Logan Rodriguez has done a great job at quarterback tonight. His brother, Lyndon Rodriguez, had 2 turnovers. Can't do much else if you're an Orange Grove Bulldog tonight.
Well, we've lost our picture. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but there's no picture on the screen. But you can't see the score, 27-0. We're in a timeout. And there is 1:21 left to play. And the score remains 27-0. No scoring in the second half.
That's right. Yep, it hasn't changed at all. You know, it's been all defense, despite Orange Grove still looking like they've gotten more tackles and more turnovers.
Oh, we got the picture back. So we are back. And
picture by Alan
yes.
Harwell.
Yeah. I'll sponsor that one, okay?
It sounds good.
Brought to you by the Javelinas in Kingsville.
And you said they're off this week.
We're off
and they're
this
back
week.
next
Yes, ma'am. And then we head to Mississippi College. We've got 6 home games this year. We only had 4 a year ago. So
I'll
we're
never
excited
forget
about
2
that.
years ago when they were 6-0 going into homecoming, and then they ended up getting 7-0, and I was at that game, the homecoming game, and our West Oso grad made, I believe, the game-winning touchdown.
He did. All right, so next week, I want to remind all our viewers out there, we will be again on KDF, and we'll be in London, the Pirates, as they play host to the Warriors from Colosso, Midland.
Excited for that matchup again. Thank you so much for planning that on your schedule so we could have you on Game Night South Texas.
Well, here's the thing. What if you did not pick them for that week and they moved it to Thursday?
That's true. They might have forgot the whole. They might have forgot the whole time. But like you were saying, it really helps with officials as well. These Thursday games. That's why Week 10. I was surprised I could not get a Week 10 matchup, and I couldn't get a Week 6 matchup. I like having at least only one bye week, but I tried really hard. Those weeks we had a lot of officials.
Laying pass play is incomplete. Is a little high for number 25, Matt Vargas. We only have 17 crews now, and that's the issue right now they're having. 17 is the lowest that the area officials have had in quite some time. I remember back when they had about 28 or 29.
Wow.
And it was then back. It was rare that we had a Thursday game.
You know what's great though? I don't know if you've seen it, but in Flower Bluff and some of the CCISD schools, one thing that they're doing now is they're having an officials class, and so these
I saw that.
high school
That's
students are
very
getting to learn early, and hopefully they can start getting experience. Now.
4th and 7 now. Beeville's going to punt out of their own end zone, and the kick is off, and it'll bounce around. And that's where Orange Grove will probably just go to a knee here to finish out this ball game.
Jared Johnston, the 1991 grad from Orange Grove, will be getting his first win as the head coach for the Bulldogs.
So be sure and switch it back over to Chris Six in time for after this game is over for the 10 o'clock news coming up. It's been a fast ball game. It's only like 9:15.
And you know, it's funny. I was talking to Orange Grove, Superintendent Hesseltine at the beginning of the game, and we were kind of reminiscing on last year. And I said, do you remember, y'all were our longest game last year against one of the teams we have next week, the London Pirates. I remember that game started at 7 o'clock, and it was just a shootout. That game ended around 10:30 p.m.
My wife was saying, where you been?
Yeah. I was like, we're not going to get off there, but it was great. I loved the football, but, man, that was a back-and-forth battle. That was a
good one. That was a fun game. The time went by fast. So victory formation now for the Bulldogs. As expected, they'll go to a knee. So they're going to pick up their first win of the year. They'll go 1-1 now. And for Beeville, they will fall now to 0-2. So we had a 3A team beat a 4A team tonight. Pretty impressive, don't you think?
Very impressive. You know, that's why I thought Orange Grove wasn't bad. I think that just says how good Rockport Fulton looks this year, getting that week 1 win very close win over the Orange Grove Bulldogs. So we don't have Rockport Fulton on the Thursday lineup this year. I tried to get them on, but we will. We were at the game last week. We're more than likely going to be at the game tomorrow in San Diego. And if you're a Rockport fan, don't forget you'll be seeing that blue turf field in San Diego. It might throw you off a bit. I want to have a game out there one day.
It does throw me off. It does. Just like tonight, we had the cameras on the opposite field, but I think I finally got used to it here in the second half. Well, that's going to wrap it up. That's going to be your final score tonight. All the points came in the first half. Orange Grove scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, scored 2 more in the second quarter. They forced 2 turnovers in the first half, and very impressive tonight, 27-0. Any closing comments?
Just a great effort by the Orange Grove Bulldogs, and very thankful to have Orange Grove. This is our first TV game here at home.
Made history here tonight. Okay, we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll officially announce our player of the game right after this. Welcome back, Game Night South Texas. There's your victorious Orange Grove Bulldogs running off the field with a 27-0 win. You may be asking yourself, if you just joined us, how did they get this done tonight? Well, let's roll the highlights, and we're going to show you. Miracle Method is going to provide that. And early on, opening drive, and Rodriguez, the quarterback, will take it up the gut, and he is going to score. That was a long run, I know, 48 yards. So that made it 7-0 on their opening drive, and they overcame some tough penalties as well. Second possession, Rodriguez, again, with the carry. You know, the more I'm beginning to think about this, he may be player of the game too now. So that's another touchdown. They missed the extra point. That made it 13-0. Then the defense also made some big plays, but let's stay on offense now. We're in the second quarter, and Garza with a dazzling run here, running past some and running over some Beeville Trojans. He scores. They get the extra point. That made it 20-0. Midway through the second quarter, there's going to be a nice pickoff here by Diego Cerna, and he'll bring it back the other way. So that set up the offense, Larissa, in really good possession here, and I'll let you take it from here.
Just all Orange Grove. I think that's all the highlights we had, because again, we didn't see much in the second half, so that was all first half highlights. Very
we should
strong
have
performance.
one. Well, we did have one more score, but they kind of faked us out.
They did fake us out, which if they faked us out, that's how they faked out Beeville too. Man, they did a great job. But this was a big play by Beeville in the second half, a good turnover there by the Trojans. I thought that would spark their momentum. But here they go again, and got to give credit to, I think this is the other Rodriguez brother, Lyndon Rodriguez. Nope, actually that was a great catch. I think this is when I was taking a break after halftime.
that was really a nice catch there by number 8, Jaden Gonzalez. And again, laying in for the injured Bo Osden. And he showed some flashes.
Great job avoiding the tackles there, but that was the Lyndon Rodriguez interception number 2 of the night for him that I was looking for. So great job by Orange Grove tonight. Beeville, they had to battle some quarterback injuries, but again, not a bad performance. Got to hang their heads up. This is only week 2.
There's Jared Johnston giving his team a pep talk. Again, he is a 91 graduate here of Orange Grove. So now it's time to announce the player of the game. And we'll give it to Diego Garza. And it could have gone to Logan Rodriguez. It could have gone to his brother. But we're going to give it to Diego Garza tonight, our Game Night South Texas player of the game. Thanks again to all our sponsors tonight. Thank you so much to Thomas J. Henry. He's been with us from day one for the past 12 years. We appreciate that. 27-0 your final. We will see you next Thursday night at London when they play host at Soloso Midway. Have yourself a safe and great weekend. Good night, everybody.
Thomas J. Henry's Game Night South Texas is a presentation of Chris 6 News, presented by Thomas J. Henry.